Hello, but welcome back to the United Way for the Manchester United versus Fulham Premier League preview, the first preview of the new Premier League season. And to say I'm not excited, I'd be lying to you. I'm not even excited. I don't know what I am, but I am. The excitement just, I don't know what to do, whether to laugh, jump around like a little kid. I'm like a kid on Christmas Eve. I'm buzzing for the football being back tomorrow. Obviously, I know we had pre-season, but it's not really exciting as the start of the Premier League, is it? Obviously, we had the Community Shield last week as well, which I thought we played well. I thought better team lost, fortunately. But look, we'll give City their play. Manchester United can just go into I don't know, B&Q or something like that, or IKEA and buy a play. You know what I mean? That's what we do there. But look, before we get stuck into the video, do like the video, comment your thoughts, how you feeling ahead of tomorrow's game. Are you excited? Are you nervous? Are you afraid to get too carried away? What are we saying? And it hasn't been content for a while. I do apologise. I'd like to say I've been a busy man. But look, we're back. That's it. Do we know Dean going away now for a long time? So I do have a lot to make up, a lot of time to make up for that has been missed, because we've signed, I think since the last live, we signed Ligt, Mazraoui. The last one we did was Lenny Yoro. And look, that's probably a video, something we can talk about on the watch along, because I feel like if I talk about the side, we'll talk about a bit of the signings, but look at the tunnel beside us there. The new and improved Manchester United tunnel, lovely as well. I just thought we'd just start off with that, because it's like we're walking out into the new season. But yeah, I'm buzzing. It's mad to believe that. The FA Cup final it doesn't even seem that long ago now, but it is. It was the end of May. We're into the middle of August now. Look, it's mad, isn't it? It really is mad how the time flies. But sure, look, you can't complain, because we're gonna have lots of football now between now and the end of the season. We have the Premier League, then obviously you'll be into the European football as well, Europa League, Champions League, Conference League, all that sort of stuff. Then the Carabao Cup, and then the FA Cup as well. Will be probably back on the way fairly soon as well. But look, let's start off with doing what we do best. It is the first game of the season. It is a must-win. A big performance is needed. You look at last season, our first game was against Wolves at home. We didn't play well. Maybe it should have been a draw, or maybe we should have lost at the end of it. So last season was definitely a season to forget. But hopefully this new and upcoming season is a good season. Hopefully top four and a trophy will be something that will be done. Because last season we finished, what was it, 7th, and if we didn't beat Man City in the final, we would have been in. Actually, I don't even think we would have been in any European football. So the fact that we're lucky enough to at least be in the Europa League, so that win against Man City in the FA Cup final was crucial for a lot of reasons as well. Hopefully this season, hopefully the new season that's not long away, not far away from us now, can be a better season for Manchester United. Because if it's anything like last season, where with injuries and poor results and performances and everything else, well then I don't know what more we can do. But look, we're not going to sit here being negative, because I'm confident. I'd like to sit here and say top four will be definitely what we'd get, but you never know what the season holds. We could be champions for all we know. Getting a bit too carried away there, but you never know. We're definitely not going to win the title, unfortunately. But look, crazier things have happened. But look, please do join us for a watch along tomorrow night from 7:30 p.m. half an hour before the game kicks off. It's maybe Manchester United and Fulham's first game of the season, but it's the first game of the Premier League campaign. Both we're kicking off the season, we're kicking off the Premier League, And look, hopefully it's a good game. I mean, we couldn't have asked for a better day or a better time to have the game. Friday, under the lights at Old Trafford. I mean, it wouldn't have been the same sitting here saying under the lights at Craven Cottage. It wouldn't have been on a miserable, Sunday or whatever. Friday, first game. We get the first game done on the Friday, and then we can sit back and hopefully we win Friday and sit back and relax and watch the other games kick off on the Saturday and the Sunday as well. So yeah, I can't wait for the watch along. Obviously, team news build up. See how I feel. I'm sure both sets of supporters are going to be like kids on Christmas night tonight, and I'm definitely going to be buzzing for tomorrow night. I can't wait for the game. I mean, I thought I thought we were playing on a Saturday, but I mean, how stupid of me. But I mean, look, you could say we're coming into this game with positive vibes. I know we lost the Community Shield against Man City, but we actually played well. It was a good bit of football being played. But I didn't get to watch it all, unfortunately, but because I was out. But like, we actually played reasonably well. Rashford, obviously, he had chances to. And I mean, look, hopefully that he's a player that can get back to his brilliant best, because a brilliant Rashford is going to finish a good few of those chances he got last weekend at Wembley. Ahmad, he's been doing well. Hopefully he plays against Fulham. Hopefully he starts. I think he deserves to start. Garnacho obviously comes on, scores the goal. Casemiro played well. They obviously Ligt played left back, which, I mean, it wouldn't be his preferred position. But again, we know what Ligt is like. If he'll play anywhere the manager wants him to, because that's the sort of player he is. Just puts his head down and gets used to his surroundings fairly quick. But yeah, like, if I was the Manchester United players looking at that game last week, I'd be like, look, right, we may have lost, but better team lost. It is what it is. We lost on penalties. Unfortunately, that's just how it is. Sancho and Evans just unfortunately couldn't find the back of net with their penalties, but that's just how it is. The penalties is just a kick of a ball, and that's all it is. And I wouldn't be kicking myself. I'll be looking at a bit of confidence. Obviously, it was good losing against your neighbours and that, but look at the positives, not the negatives, because I thought we played well. And yeah, I mean, look, Mainu as well. I mean, he's just. I've said enough about Mainu, and I'll still keep saying a lot more. I mean, Ten Hag, like, this is it. Like, I know, we look at pre-season, and I wasn't the best of pre-seasons. We lost against Rosenborg, then we beat Rangers, and then I think we played Betis, Arsenal, and we lost, but then we won on penalties. Liverpool. Then I think we beat Betis, but we lost against Liverpool. So it was a bit of a mixed bag. Like I said, we lost against Arsenal, but we also beat them on penalties. So I don't get it. So we'll just say whatever you want for that one. What else was there? Then obviously City last week we lost as well, but we lost on penalties. And if you're one of them, you can say we drew in the 90. But look, this is where it matters. Losing games. If you lose games from here on in, this is where it matters. But this is it. This is the main part. Like, this is the main event. This is what we're jumping into. I just want us to, start the season off on a high with a win, with a good win, with a win. We can say, what a performance. Such and such played well. I can see what we're trying to do. Blah blah blah. I want everything to be positive, not to say, well, we're lucky. I want us to say after the match tomorrow night and say, what a performance. Good start to the season. Let's keep it going and let's get better and better as the season goes on. Because if you lose or draw a game at the start of the season, it's a killer. Or even if you win a match and you played poor, but you just still manage to get over the line. I want us to go out and play well against Fulham. And Fulham are missing a few there. Pelini's gone. He was crucial in that Fulham midfield. So how will Fulham do without him? Let's see what happens there. But obviously we are going to start off with talking about, Manchester United, but it's I mean, Ten Hag, would we say he's still under pressure? I wouldn't say he's under pressure. I mean, the players he's brought in, Xerxes, Euro, who is injured. Then we brought in Mazraoui, Ligt. What's going to happen with Ukart? We sold Wan-Bissaka. Obviously Varane is gone. I mean, I wouldn't say we've sold a lot of players. Wan-Bissaka is probably the main one. Obviously Varane, his contract expired, not long after the FA Cup final. So Wan-Bissaka, a bit of a shame to see him go, but look, it's at least we sold him and then we brought in someone else. And we still have Dalot as well. So we have Dalot, Mazraoui. Mazraoui can be a left back as well. Obviously Luke Shaw's out, still injured. What a surprise. And so is Malacia. What a surprise. So Mazraoui can play there if we need him to. So we have right backs who can play left back if we need to. So Mazraoui might have left back to get used to, but I feel like if Ten Hag is to start Mazraoui tomorrow, he will play him right back and play Dalot left back, because that's that's what I do if I was Ten Hag. I mean, will Ten Hag go big and start Mazraoui and Ligt? I'd like him to, but will he want to risk it? You never know. Will Xerxes start, or will he ease him in? I mean, it's weird because Rasmus is out injured. Xerxes was on the bench against City. I think he came on. So, like I said, I didn't get to watch all the game, but I think he came on. So, yeah, that'll be interesting to see what happens with Xerxes as well. If he doesn't start, he surely comes on. Surely. But he plays striker at Rashford. Here we play Bruno in the false nine. What happens there? I mean, do we see? It's hard to know what we'll see against Fulham. And you can guess he's probably going to start in the midfield, and probably it'd be an interesting to see what Ten Hag picks. But I think whatever team he picks, I wouldn't be too worried over it anyways, unless he's playing Harry Maguire in goals. Well, then it's a lot to worry about. But look, with what were season expectations? I mean, hopefully this man is still the manager, and hopefully he can bring us more glory, and hopefully it's a better season than last. Hopefully, the season gone, learn a lot of lessons learned. We struggled to find the back of the net. We definitely didn't struggle to stop teams from shooting against us. So, again, obviously Euro's out injured, which is a bit of a shame, but you have Ligt in there as well. So that's exciting that we have three new centre back, three new defenders, Mazraoui, Ligt, Euro. And I'm glad we brought in another centre back because of the exact reason, because in case of a Martinez or a Euro injury, that's why. But yeah, look, I just want us to have a positive start to the season, because last season we just never got going. We never got going. And like I said, I still think back to that Wolves game at the first game of the season. That was on a Monday, actually, funny enough, under the lights at Old Trafford. So, there was just no. I just felt like we didn't know how to play football. But last week against City, I thought the football was good. And obviously both teams aren't going to be up to their brilliant best in the Community Shield, but still, there was a few positives to take out of that game against Manchester City, even though we lost. But look, like I said at the start, season expectations. I'd love us to finish top four, win a trophy, whether that's Carabao Cup, FA Cup, Europa League. I'd love us to just win any sort of trophy and finish top four, because this is like you look at Ten Hag as well. He needs to show us, look here. Like I backed him and I still do, but he needs to show us, look. Last season was just hectic with injuries and so on and so forth and all that. This season, no. Like the only injuries we have now is Euro, Hoyland, Shaw, Lindelof, Malacia. Obviously, Maguire is okay to play, which is good, and Mazraoui and Dele are going to be part of the squad tomorrow night. So again, another positives. But if we have anything like any sort of injury crisis or whatever, like we did last season, well then, my God. But I hope and pray that we don't have any of that sort of crisis again, because it wasn't even an injury crisis. Everything was a crisis. But look, tomorrow night, Fulham, we will move on to Fulham because they are the opponents. I mean, look, like I said, it'd be interesting to see how they shape up without Palhinha. I was looking at something earlier on. Just someone predicted Fulham's possible starting lineup. Obviously, they got rid of Adebayo. Now they have Smith Rowe in, so he could be. He's probably going to be a threat. Iwobi, who scored the winner against us last season when they beat us 2-1. Fulham have brought in a few players for themselves. Sessegnon on a free, on Babu. Who else are we looking at? Who else? Yeah, and Babu, Sessegnon, Cuenca from Villarreal, Smith Rowe. So they've definitely brought in a few players. Obviously, they got rid of, they cut over Reid, Adebayo. He's gone to Chelsea. Palhinha is gone. Tim Ream is gone. Luke Harris, Williams gone. Congolo. So there's a few players that of Rodak, their goalkeeper, who's gone. So they've gotten rid of a few. So again, I don't think Fulham will be that great this season. I think they'll finish in the bottom half. I don't think they get relegated. I don't think they're that bad, but I don't think they'll. I mean, the danger man for me. I mean, Smith Rowe's decent. Traore maybe, but I always thought cut over Reid was a threat for them. Mitrovic was a threat for them. That Carlos Vinicius was a threat for them, but they are without them three, and Palhinha as well, but they're without them. And I mean, do they still have Kearney? Maybe not. But Mitrovic, Palhinha, even Willian, obviously Andreas Pereira, he's probably another danger man for them. So Pereira, Smith Rowe, and they haven't got a lot of threats like they did last season. And maybe it will be as well. But you never know what could happen. But they're definitely no pushovers either, but I just don't think they have that fight in them. In terms of predicted 11, here it is. I'll talk through it, obviously, why I'm going with it. But look, it was actually a tough one to it was a tough predicted 11 to when I was trying to sort it out, I didn't know who was going to play where or who to play here, or I didn't want to look like a controversial madman. But Onana in goals, obviously the usual suspect. This was probably the part I struggled with the most. Like from midfield up, I didn't struggle, but from the defence part, I sort of struggled because I was thinking, will he play Maguire? And then will Ligt go? Will it be Ligt left back, Maguire, Dele, and Dalot? Will it be Mazraoui left back? Will it be Dalot left back? Will it be Dalot right back? Mazraoui? Obviously, that's what I'm going to go with. But we haven't really got a lot of options. Obviously, we should have Johnny Evans as well, who could start, but I don't think he will. Go with the strongest, defense you have, and this is at this moment in time, this is probably the strongest back four we could probably do. Obviously, when Luke Shaw comes back, it'd be definitely Luke Shaw, Martinez, Dele, and then it'd be between Dalot and Mazraoui, depending on how that goes. And that's the thing about Mazraoui, like he's going to be Ten Hag's starting right back when Luke Shaw does eventually return. Malacia, like they're eventually going to return this season with a bit of luck. So who plays Who plays? Who plays where? Who plays? Who gets some more game time? I'd still say Dallo, but I am excited to see what Mazraoui can do when he plays. And hopefully it is tomorrow night as well. So again, Onana in goals, Dallo left back, a centre back partnership of Martinez, De Ligt, and Mazraoui right back, a midfield three of Mainu, Casemiro, and Bruno. And then again, this one didn't struggle to pick it as much as they when it came to the defence, but I was like, who's going to play striker? Will he play Xerxes? Will it be Rashford? Will it be Bruno playing there in the false nine? What are we going to see? Will he even go mad and play Ahmad there? What are we going to see? But I did go with Garnacho, Ahmad, and Marcus Rashford. Ahmad has to start. I don't know why he's not getting a lot of game time. He deserves to get a lot of game time. Marcus Rashford, I'm not a fan of him being a striker, but when Bruno is in that midfield position, in the usual position behind the striker, that's where Bruno was good. So keep Bruno in his position. Again, we may see Bruno play in the false nine and then Mount will play in Bruno's position in the 10. You don't know. It could be this exact team. It'd be interesting to see. He could play Xerxes. It'd be interesting to see, but this is what I'm going to go with. Onana in goals, a back four of Dalot, Martinez, De Ligt, and Mazraoui, a midfield three of Mainu, Casemiro, and Bruno Fernandes, and then a tackle line of Garnacho, Ahmad, and Rashford. That's exactly what I'm going to go with. But again, I don't think I'm going to be right. I probably don't think I'll get right is probably in the midfield. But besides that, it'd be interesting to see what else Ten Hag picks because, let's just see what happens. But Garnacho and Ahmad should definitely be starting tomorrow against Fulham. Score prediction, 3-1 Manchester United. I said that before I even pulled up to Rudy Yoke. But I'm going to go with a 3-1 win to Manchester United. I'm going to go... I have a feeling Bruno's going to bag a goal. Garnacho's going to bag a goal. And I'm going to go with Rashford. I was going Rashford, Casemiro. I'll go with Rashford. And then for Fulham, Smith Rowe. But again, this has been the Manchester United versus Fulham Premier League preview. Obviously, it's pre-recorded, so it's not live, so I do apologise. But again, do join us for the watch along tomorrow night. Don't miss it. I'm looking forward to it. So get your drinks ready, get all that good stuff ready. Do like the video, comment your predictions and your thoughts for the upcoming game and expectations, should I say. And please do subscribe, and I shall speak to you all on the next one.